What if I told you the most popular retirement number out there, $1 million, isn't based on your goals, your lifestyle, or even your reality? It's a guess, a number thrown around like a golden ticket to freedom. But here's the problem. It's not the number that matters most, it's what you do with it. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to figure out your real retirement number and why the answer might shock you. Hey, I'm Bri the Retirement Guy. I've helped people transition from working for their money to having their money work for them. Over the years, I've worked with over 500 families, guiding them through the often confusing world of retirement planning. I've seen firsthand what works, what doesn't, and what most people overlook. My mission is simple: to cut through the noise, help you simplify your financial life, and show you how to build a retirement you can actually enjoy, not just survive. Let's get into the myth you've been sold. You need a certain number to retire, $1 million, $2 million, some magic number. Here's the truth. The number is meaningless without context. I've worked with people who retired comfortably with 600 grand and others who struggled to make $2 million work. Why is that? Because retirement has far more to do with your income needs, lifestyle, tax strategy, and your spending behavior than it does with a random number. Let's break it down. Your retirement number isn't a pile of money. It's a monthly income target, a monthly cash flow number. Ask yourself, how much will I spend each month in retirement? What sources of income will I have? How much of that income is guaranteed, like our pensions and Social Securities? Think about this. Someone with a pension and Social Security covering $5,000 a month may not need to touch much of their savings in their 401ks, if at all. But someone with no pension, high costs of living, might need a much larger nest egg to generate that same amount of $5,000 a month. The key? Start thinking in terms of cash flow, not account balances. Let's get practical. Retirement doesn't start with your investments, it starts with your lifestyle. So you need to ask yourself, will I travel or stay close to home? Is my mortgage paid off? Some of our happiest clients have no debt in retirement. Will I downsize, relocate, support a family? What does a fulfilling day in retirement actually look like? A lot of us don't know because it's new to us. Here's the part people don't plan for: boredom. Boredom's expensive. If you don't have a purpose or a plan, you'll likely fill that time spending money. I've seen it happen more times than I can count. That's why before we ever talk numbers, we get to know each other and ask our clients, what do you want your retirement to feel like? Once we know that, we can build a plan around you. Now, here's what can sabotage even the best retirement savings. Inflation, the silent wealth killer. A $100 grocery bill today could be $180 in 20 years. If your plan doesn't account for that, your lifestyle will shrink. Healthcare. A couple retiring today can expect to spend over $300,000 on medical expenses in retirement. Most people don't plan for that, and that doesn't even cover long-term health care, which is someone coming in to take care of you or you going into a facility. Taxes, the number one expense you'll have in retirement. Retirement doesn't mean tax-free. In fact, most of you have money in 401ks and IRAs and retirement accounts that have never been taxed. Longevity risk, living too long. We're all living longer these days. Outliving your money is a very real threat. You have to plan not just an average lifestyle, but plan into your 90s plus, especially making sure your spouse and your family are okay. That's where real retirement planning comes in, not just an investment strategy, a distribution strategy, a withdrawal strategy. Now you've gotten to the top of the mountain, it's about how do we get down, preserve it, and create cash flow, and that's what we specialize in. Let's talk about a case study. Two retirees, same savings, very different outcomes. We'll call them Mike and Sandra. Both retired with just over $1.2 million. Mike lived simply, paid off his house, loved hiking, free community events. His monthly spend was low, about $3,000 a month. With Social Security, he barely had to touch his retirement funds. Sandra, on the other hand, had bigger goals. She wanted to travel, gift money to her grandkids, and take art classes. Her spending was closer to $7,000 a month, not $3,000 a month like Mike. Same savings, two very different income needs. Sandra needed a tailored plan that involved tax minimization, tax-free planning, and a spending plan. Mike, on the other hand, we focused on asset preservation and long-term healthcare planning. The takeaway? Your retirement number is unique as your fingerprint. When somebody becomes a client, we don't just sell them a product, we build them a plan. We call it the Retirement Fingerprint. It's our trademark process that's unique to each person that comes in the door. We look at your investments, your income streams, taxes, one of the number one expenses we're gonna have in retirement, healthcare, and estate planning, your trusts, and your wills. Our goal? It's simple, to simplify your life, to give you peace of mind and create a strategy so you can spend less time worrying and more time doing what you want and what you love. Our goal is to focus on the next chapter so you can focus on this one. You'll get a personalized 1-year planning timeline, an online portal to track your process, and a team who's just as committed to your retirement as you are. You ready? So here's the answer you came for. You don't need $1 million. You need a clear understanding of how much you spend, an income plan that lasts a lifetime, and protection from taxes, inflation, and the ups and downs of the markets. A trusted advisor who helps you adapt as life changes. Some people can retire with $500,000. Others may need more than $2 million. Your number is personal, but the plan, that's universal. If this video helped reframe how you think about retirement, subscribe to our channel. I'll break down financial planning for you, retirement strategies, real world case studies every single week. And if you're ready to stop guessing and start planning, check out the next video where I walk through the 5 biggest retirement mistakes we've seen over the last 20 years that could cost you thousands. This is Bri the Retirement Guy, reminding you retirement isn't an age, it's a strategy. Let's make sure you have one.